Good morning, guys. Hey, welcome back to the channel. This is Tony from the Why Not Garage, and we're getting ready to head out. Oh, by the way, happy 4th of July today. We're making our journey to Henderson, Tennessee to do the blower install, and I am excited. Actually, we're leaving a day ahead of time. Tomorrow we're doing the install, and we're going to leave out of here. We got about a 10-hour drive ahead of us. Car's all back to stock, ready to do the blower. Like I said, I'm excited. We're heading that way. Stay tuned. You always take it off in one piece. It's a lot easier, it lines up better. We got Chris here today. Chris is working, putting the install on for me. We are at HPR down in Henderson, Tennessee, and looking forward to this.
Yeah, it's gonna make some power.
What do you think, Chris? You have any estimate maybe what this is going to make, maybe?
Being a manual, stock manifolds, it's gonna knock right on 700, I'm thinking, with a little bit of octanium in the tank.
Awesome. Looking forward to it. Good morning, guys. Hey, this is Wednesday morning. We made it. We got here last night, stayed in Jackson, Tennessee, and we stayed at the Holiday Inn Express. And this morning I had an appointment at 8:30 with Ken and Chris here at HPR. Can't forget about Pam also. Great people down here. I'll tell you what, if you're in the area and you've got a Mustang and you need an ESS, a Ford Tech, Whipple, whatever, these are the people to come to. So anyway, I'm here this morning with the car, and it's right back there. Chris has already started working on it. We got quite a bit done already this morning, and by the looks of things, it looks like we're going to be on the dyno today by 5 o'clock p.m. So it's going to be an install today, and it's going to be a dyno tune today. We're pushing for that magic number of maybe around 700. Anywhere north of 680 would be awesome, but man, 700 would be the kicker. So anyway, stick around, check out some of the stuff we got going on. Like I say, we're at HPR Performance here, and we're in Henderson, Tennessee. Stick around. All right, looks like Chris is taking the fuel rail off now, and we're going to be taking the stock injectors out of the car. And we'll change out the injectors, the stock ones, and we're going to be putting in a set of GT500 injectors. 55, is that what them are, Chris?
Yeah, 55 pounds an hour.
All right. Well, we're getting there. Making progress, looking good. Hey, what you got going on there, Chris?
We are gapping your spark plugs down to, what I'm gapping them down to is 26 thousandths. I gap them a hair tight just because 12-to-1 compression plus pump gas, play it safe. But now what this actually is, I mean, we've all done the old school way, either tapping the top of the strap or we've even seen on internet videos, guys will go off to a piece of metal and tink, tink, tink.
Oh, yeah.
Check the gap. Don't get me wrong, everybody has their way, but that's also a good way to crack the porcelain. So I'll use this and just take the feeler gauge, just go back and forth on it, give it a little nudge till, now I'm pulling that out. Now I got a nice tight 26 thousandths.
Beautiful.
It's actually a hair tight. That's what you want. That's the reason. That's how I've done plugs now for going on 2 years. I've never had one come back. So
Awesome. Okay, Chris took off the factory water neck housing and putting on the 90-degree one that comes in the kit. And while we're in there,
did the 170 thermostat.
yep, he took out the 180 factory thermostat and we put a Reach 170 in it. Make it run a little cooler. Make a little bit more power with it.
A lot safer too.
A lot safer. All right, guys, just a quick recap. So Chris is working hard at it in there. He's been probably a couple hours now. He's been working on the kit. He's got the intercooler installed. Going to start doing the piping pretty soon for the intercooler. He's got the GT500 injectors installed. We have the Reach 170 thermostat in, and pretty soon we'll be putting on the head unit and little bits of some of the other things. Daryl from Wingert Tuning, Daryl Wingert, is doing a quick startup tune here for a little while, and we're pushing for maybe 4 or 5 o'clock this afternoon, and we'll be hitting the rollers. And stay tuned and we'll see what we're going to make for power. Like I said, we're going to try to, got our fingers crossed, hopefully maybe we can be around 700, but anything north of, I don't know, 660, 670, 680 on 93 pump gas with the 120 pulley is fine. Like I said, my car is a 6-speed car, so hopefully we'll be right around 700. So, but got our fingers crossed. Stick around. All right, guys, so we're unpacking the ESS G3. And if you guys have not bought a kit yet from ESS, boy, the packaging is really nice here, guys.
Yes.
They do really, really quality packaging. It is a awesome kit. The head unit, and then we got the intercooler system, and all the good stuff.
Yep. This is your standard G3 black housing upgrade. Now the difference is, everybody's wondering, which I mean Ken's covered in his video and so is Alex. That's a cast impeller wheel. That's your standard G3 wheel. The G3X, this is made of billet, so it can, easy way to explain it, is more capable of getting spun up harder, especially when you get down to the 100 millimeter and below pulleys. It's better suited for all that. This cast one right here, if you want anywhere between 800 and below, that's perfect. You don't need anything else. But you can still see here, I mean, all this, the whole transmission and gear drive for it's all billet aluminum. Everything's all machined nice and neatly. I mean, it's the reason why we like these kits so much.
Beautiful unit.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely like it. Okay, so Chris installed the head unit, and very simple, very easy little drop in place. I'm sure you've watched other videos on guys installing the ESS kits. Very well made. Just going to give you just a quick view of it. And then he's going to hook in underneath the intercooler line and stuff. Oh, I see you already got that.
Yeah, your main charge tube's already done. I've got to run your vacuum, and of course the other side, and then just the intake and a few other small things, and you'll be about ready to go. We'll be about ready to fire it up.
Nice. Sure looking good, guys. All right, so what we're putting the pulley on now, and Chris, give me a little heads up of what this is then.
Okay, like I said, this is a 120 millimeter pulley. So this is, I'm trying to remember, this normally is 2 pounds over the 125 as far as boost level. Now, the one thing to take important, guys, if you look at ESS website, they actually tell you that those boost levels were rated on a G2 kit at 7,200 RPM. So with this blower, we've seen everything from 7 to 11 pounds, depending on how your engine is set up. Whether you got headers, full exhaust, and a really opened up intake manifold, or like in your situation where we're going to be running mostly stock exhaust with a catback and a stock intake manifold, you're probably going to see between 8 to 9 pounds of boost.
Okay. Nice. All right, so Chris is putting in the Synchromax inside of the blower. Takes what, 3 ounces, Chris?
Initial fill up is a hair over 3 ounces. I normally, like if you look here, 3 ounces is like 89 cc's. I normally do like 92, 93 cc's because what's going to happen is on the initial fill up, all the bearings are going to fill up everything. So that normally gives a little extra oil to fill everything up. Then we start it up, we let it warm up, we shut it down, let it cool off, check the fluid level. And as long as it's where we like it on dipstick, she's good to go.
Gotcha. And then what's your recommendation? Like the first so many miles in on it for break-in for the blower?
Yeah, then you're gonna do your break-in mileage on the blower, which is normally roughly, I think ESS recommends 2,500, and we normally agree with that. Anywhere from 1,000 to 2,500 is good. And just remember one thing: whenever you go to suck out the old oil in here, get this thing. You'll feel it too. Because like I said, right now there I'm hitting a wall. And most of the time you'll turn it a little bit and you can get down a little bit farther.
Gotcha.
Get down there, whatever amount of fluid you put out is what you put back in.
Sure.
After that, then you're good to go.
So you put in roughly a little over 3, and then when you pull it out, you may get like maybe what, 2.5 maybe out of it?
We've seen 2 to 2.5 ounces normally what we see.
And then so you just put the 2.5 back in it.
And then you're back at the correct level.
All right, cool. Super easy, guys. Remember back in the day where we had to drill a hole in the oil pan? Not no more. Self-contained unit.
Yeah.
Super awesome, super quick. And one other thing too, Chris is going to tell you about this. When you go to put this plug in,
yeah, literally, you see me doing it by hand. That's it. You do not crank on this thing. It is brass. It has an O-ring. It will snap. And if you Google up online, you'll see several people have snapped them. Because they've gotten like the Allen key version of the wrench of this, and they'll sit there and go, no, you don't. Literally, when you feel this thing stop, that's it. You're sealed up.
Okay. Good to know, guys. If you're buying the ESS, do like they say here at HPR. They got it going on. Stay tuned. Okay, so we're getting closer. We got everything all installed. Chris changed the oil in it. Now we have the Motorcraft 550 in, new filter. Everything is routed now for the blower. We got the K&N down below ready to go. Blower's on the car. Air inlet tubes are on. Everything's back together. Air inlet tubes going to the intercooler down below too. Looks good, looks good. Chris is inside the car now, loading the startup tune in. And Gonna be making some noise pretty soon, so here we go. Okay, so Daryl Wingard sent over our startup tune, so everything is all ready. Chris just now put in the booster pump in the car. All right, guys, so you heard it. First startup. Chris has just given it a good once over to make sure everything's good, no leaks. Got the system all pressurized. She's sounding like I thought it was gonna sound. She sounds awesome. Oh yeah. Can you hear that blow-off valve? That's what it's about. All right, so we're probably gonna take it for a little drive here a little bit, do a little logging on it, and then we're gonna head to the rollers. Stick around. So what are we doing now, Ken?
Letting everything mix in. We got the tune update done. We're gonna get another full Dyno here in just a minute.
Awesome. We're at the Horsepower Factory, and over here to my left, we got Alan, the owner, and we got Chris here today. He was the installer, of course, and we got the man, Ken, in the car, HPR. So.
Yeah, cat over temp roughly 20 horsepower, if not more.
Hi, Ken. How are you?
Car did great. It went into cat over temp protection with full spot of power S. What it does, it riches it up. Normally between 0.7, 0.78 lambda, 0.77, 0.78 lambda is what it runs. We were running 0.72 to 0.73, so it's going to richen it up. It's going to rile horsepower a little bit. We put a little bit of octanium in it. The 93 that was in it wasn't happy. We wasn't crazy on timing. It still, even on that last pull, it's still lower timing than what we sometimes see. But like I told you, dyno to dyno, it just depends. And also, you can have a 93 that it loves, and you're going to pick up power. You can have a 93 that hates, it's going to pull power. Typically, I see between 660, 670 to 680 is what I typically see. Sometimes I can see more if it's really, really happy and adding timing, but right where you're at today, it's hot outside, it's pretty much where it's going to be. But at the same time, you get on the road, you're going to absolutely love it. So the car is doing absolutely fantastic.
Awesome. Appreciate it. If you guys get down this neck of the woods, come down and see Ken down here at HPR and stop at the Horsepower Garage and see Alan over here. What a beautiful shop, guys. I'll tell you what, he's got everything you'd ever want to need. And I was out front, out back actually. There we go. And I seen this high horsepower cat-eyed Chevy short bed out there, about 1,200 to the wheel. Nuts. We'll see you soon. About 650 miles since the install of the ESS G3. Oh my gosh, what a powerful tool. So just a quick one here. We spent a couple hours playing around on the back roads of Tennessee with the car, running through some corners and having a good time with the car. My wife enjoys that part of it, but not really the straight line stuff where you take off fast. Kind of like, yeah, she don't quite like that. So the reason why I didn't have anything up on the car right after I had the install done on the car is because obviously I can't take her in the car with me when I'm doing that because it makes her stomach go, oh. So anyway, I took the car out and gave it a good little launch and a good drive on the car. Oh my God, it's an animal. So anyway, I just wanted to touch base and let you guys know, if you follow me this far with the video here, I have to give it a 5 out of 5 stars when it comes to the blower. Oh my gosh. And like I say, I want to give a little good thing out to Ken there at HPR and Chris for the install. So anyway, that's where I'm at. If you stuck around this long watching the video, like I say, please like and subscribe to the channel. We'll see you on the next one.